All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Deer Lodge, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals. We're here in Deer Lodge as the Valkyries, the second match of their doubleheader today, as they're taking on the Powell County Lady Wardens here from Deer Lodge. And the Valkyries took it on the chin, that 3-0 loss over in Anaconda earlier this morning. We had to get up and leave at 6 a.m., folks, and head to Anaconda and play this morning. So hopefully they're a little bit more awake here for this afternoon's match. No pregame interview opportunity with Coach Ariel Stalnack. We were running a little behind because JV went 5 sets. So we were about 40 minutes behind schedule, and JV played here. So not really an opportunity to get a pre-match interview between talk about this game between Deer Lodge and the Lady Wardens and the Bigfork Valkyries. So they're warming up here. We got about 8 minutes till first serve or so, maybe 10 minutes with all the pregame festivities that go on here, especially the varsity match. I know that earlier Thompson Falls played Deer Lodge here, and now Thompson Falls is over in Anaconda to take on the Lady Copperheads. 406-270-7384. Once again, James LaFontaine with you, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals. Glad to be with you here on a Saturday, bringing you Valkyrie volleyball, on the BFSD events here on YouTube. And pregame brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. Marcus Balgos, Kelly Bagos of the gang at Bigfork Harvest Foods, always proud sponsors of Valkyrie volleyball, Valkyrie sports, and as well as the Vikings going on. And I'll give you an update and talk about some of the games still going on next week, where we're going to be, broadcast home games, things like that going on. Oh, I have to big shout out to congratulations. I heard on the way over here coming from Anaconda to Deer Lodge that the Big Fork Valkyries soccer team took care of Corvallis 3-2 in their match today. So congratulations to them. Another win under their belt. And they'll play again next week. I'll get to that schedule a little bit later on. So thanks to Marcus Bagos and Big Fork Harvest Foods. Hey, you got something you need? Big Fork Harvest Foods. If you need something and it's not in the store, just ask Marcus and he'll see if he can get that in for you. I know he's done that in the past. So all your grocery needs, including an outstanding, amazing bakery, the cakes and pies and donuts and everything going on there. Their deli. I know I buy chicken and stuff there from there. Really good. They're located in the town center, 8111 Highway 35, Big Fork, 837-5010. And make sure you tell them thank you for sponsoring Valkyrie Volleyball. And you heard it right here on YouTube, on BFSD events here on YouTube. So they'll really appreciate that as well. So earlier action, JV here, even though they lost in 5 over there to Anaconda, they were able to take care of business before this one. They were able to win 3-1 against the Lady Copperheads. So hopefully that rolls over as well into the varsity action, getting ready to go here in Deer Lodge, Montana. So let's talk about your starting lineups here for both teams, and brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. Doug and Nancy Malum at the Montana Athletic Club, all the folks over there, proud sponsors of sports. I asked Doug, and he just says, just send me the bill. He's proud to sponsor. I worked with Doug in the past coaching football, and he's always happy to help out and with the kids and stuff, so we really appreciate it. Folks at Montana Athletic Club, what's keeping me from getting fit? Hey, they got discounted guest passes. You get guest passes, you need passes, you want to go check out the Athletic Club, you can get passes to do that. Just call them, 837-2582. There's located over to 850 Holt Drive in Big Fork, right next to Eagle Bend. And lots of stuff going on there. They have that Saia Misa, dedicated to Saia Misa, former football coach for Big Fork, the functional training area. 2,500 square feet of functional training area, featuring indoor turf, power racks, free weight, suspension training, a Quincy rig, and cardio deck. Of course, we got gymnasium, basketball court, swimming pool, locker rooms, Pilates, aerobic, yoga, spin studios, indoor racquetball, squash, outdoor courts for tennis, on-site ask a trainer, concierge desk. Updated locker room, steam room, dry sauna, and jacuzzi. They did that a couple years ago. And new that was there a couple years ago, a recovery room, human touch, noble massage chairs. That sounds like I could use one of those about right now. Anyway, so they're bringing you the starting lineups. First of all, for Powell County, the Lady Wardens. Here, their volleyball roster. The libero for them is number 14, a 5'6" sophomore, Kelly Lamb. And then we'll go down the list. We're number 1, 5'5" sophomore, Taryn Lamb. At 5'4", number 11 is, a junior. We're number 2, Mary Hansen. Senior, 5'8", number 9, Nia McClanahan. At 5'4", a senior, number 10, Lindsay Havner. The captain for him, 5'9", senior, number 12, Emma Johnson. And then a 5'10" junior, number 15, Skyla Pearson. For head coach Kimberly Lamb, assisted by Haley Owens and Chloe Herda for the starting lineups for the Lady Wardens of Powell County. For the Valkyries, a little bit different starting lineup than they did in Anaconda, so she changed up things a little bit. Again, the libero is number 88, 5'7", senior Callie Martins at libero. And then we'll go down the line. Number 1, a 5'10", middle blocker, junior Inga Turner. At 5'6", outside hitter, sophomore, number 3, Isabella Ellison. At 5'7", opposite side hitter, a junior, number 5, Ellie Jort. The setter at 5'5", junior. We're number 6, Jessa Newton. We're number 8 at 5'7", an outside hitter. And that'll be junior Zoe Albert. And finally for the Valkyries, a 5'7" middle blocker, senior, number 9, Alexis Sari. So I believe Callie was one of the captains, probably again for this one. And match, so we're getting ready underway for head coach Ariel Stalnack and assistant Josh Fellows. So this is JV and varsity today only. So here in 9/11, the colors will come out here. They brought them out a little bit early because Bigfork's still serving. There's about a minute and a half left till of warm-ups, and behoove them to move out of the way so they get bonked by a serve before we get ready for the anthem and presentation of colors here, especially on 9/11. We think back, that day 20 years ago and all the lives that were lost in that horrific event 20 years ago. So remember those folks today that gave up the ultimate sacrifice for our country here, the good old U.S. of A. I'll be back with the national anthem, and we'll get things underway from Deer Lodge. The Powell County Lady Wardens taking on your Bigfork Valkyries in volleyball action. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vax Vals. 406-270-7384, and just shoot me a text. Let you know that you're listening out there. I appreciate that. Be right back here in Deer Lodge. So doing a little pregame, a drawing going on before they present the colors, and thanking some folks here in Deer Lodge, and we'll be underway here with the match between the Valkyries and the Lady Wardens from Deer Lodge. Glad to be with you here again on the road. Just like a couple years, made that same trip again. So, Bigfork on the season. Now they are 1-2 with losses against Florence and Anaconda and a win against Loyola. Powell County is 2-1. They lost to Thompson Falls earlier today, but a couple other wins under their belt, so they're 2-1 on the season here as we get underway here. They're doing a little drawing here. And we'll get things underway. Thank you for your patience. I didn't know this drawing was going on. Oh, so the announcer ready to get things started here. Presentation of the colors here in Deer Lodge, and I'll let you listen to the anthem here being sung from Deer Lodge. Yeah, most people don't know that when the flag goes on and off the field or the court, you should stay standing with your hand over your heart the whole time. So the Valkyries getting ready to introduce starting lineups here. It's the Valkyries taking on the Lady Wardens of Deer Lodge. And the announcer here in Deer Lodge, Powell County High School, giving you the starting lineups. 406-270-7384. If you're listening out there, you can text me. Let me know. What's going on? Bigfork Valkyrie Volleyball. here from Deer Lodge, Montana. And we're only not running that far behind here this afternoon. Not like we were earlier, because running about 15 minutes behind. We were 40 minutes behind over at Anaconda. So anyway, ready to roll here. So introducing the Lady Wardens, and we'll get started here. Go to these pregame festivities. So introductions all done. National anthem. We're ready to roll here from Deer Lodge, Montana. Get things going, and hopefully a little more success than the last game. Although they played hard, had opportunities over in Anaconda. You got Callie back, Martins, the libero for Bigfork, so a little bit of adjustment. And see how we do here as a team here in this match against Deer Lodge this afternoon, or this evening, if you will. We're about ready to roll here. Low fives from all of them. Move things around a little bit so I can see real good. It's kind of nice of them, Henry Huber, the new AD, because the other AD, previous AD, Dakota Norris, is now over at Anaconda. So Henry Huber used to be the girls basketball coach, is now the AD, athletic director here at Powell County High School. Graciously lets me use the booth up here. And we're about ready to get underway. And first serve will be brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. And first serve belongs to Deer Lodge on the way. Martins digs it out. Newton brings it across, dives it up, and scores. As number 10 serving was Lindsay Havner for Powell County. And number 8 service by Ellison. Cross spiked and out of bounds by Powell County. And that was number 1, Taryn Lamb. So a big 2-0 lead early for Bigfork. And Ellison to serve for the Valkyries. 12, Johnson. Spiked down by Powell County. Setting up and dropping it across the block is Zoe Albert. 15 on that spike. Skylar Pearson dug out and dropped in Powell County side by Albert, and 3-0 for the Valkyries early on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Ellison serves. Dug out by libero Lamb. They're going to call lift on the throw down there by Albert. So side out and point for Powell County. And 15, Pearson serves. Dug out by Sari. Set up. Sari on the spike. Set by Newton. into the net, no good, and another point for Powell County. It's a 3-2 ball game early here in the first game, best of 5, and Pearson to serve. Ellison digs it out, but Newton can't get to it, drops on the Bigfork side, and a point. We're tied at 3. And Pearson to serve for Powell County. Cross. Just in front of Martins, just across the net, a short serve. And Catley can't quite get it. 4-3 now for Deer Lodge or Powell County, however you want to say it. And here comes the serve from Pearson for the Lady Wardens. Deep. Martins back on her heels, hits it, but doesn't give a good pass up. And it's 5-3 Lady Wardens leading the Valkyries. Pearson, short serve, dug out nicely by Albert. Spiked down by Newton. Martins across by Jort. Set it up. Dug out by Ellison. Newton's going to set up and spike off the block by number 8. That's Zoe Albert, and a side-out point for Bigfork. Inga Turner will come in for the match. And serving Alexis Sari deep to Johnson. Dug out by number 2, and a long shot there by Pearson, way out of bounds. Hanson, the setter, trying to figure that out here for Powell County. And we're tied at 5, and Sari to serve. Serves it deep. Across the end line, and a side-out point for Powell County, 6-5. They lead the Valkyries. Number 2, that's Mary Hansen, will serve for Powell County. Dug out there by Ellison. Newton setting up and thrown down there by back. Dug out. Newton's going to set up Zoe. Zoe gets across deep to Pearson. So Hansen. Hansen cross court. Spiked out of bounds by number 12, Emma Johnson. And side out point for Bigfork. Mackenzie Holton along with number 10, Ariana Sari, come in for Bigfork. And Holton to serve for the Valkyries. Tied at 6. Gets it across. Dug out by Powell County. Spiked down by Albert. Dug out by Powell County. And spiked there by number 9, Mia McClanahan. And scores a point. Side out 7-6 now. The Lady Wardens. Serving is Taryn Lamb. Martin digs it out. Mackenzie Holton going to set up Zoe, or checks that. Ariana Sari. And Sari's spike is out of bounds, and Taryn Lamb will serve again, up 8-6. Lamb service on the way. Dug out by Zoe Albert. Holton going to set up. Inga Turner spikes it down on the kill. Right down the middle, not touched by anybody from Powell County. And side out point to Bigfork. They trail by 1, 8-7 on your Harvest Foods scoreboard. Zoe serves. Lamb. 12 is Johnson. Drops on the Deer Lodge side, and point for Bigfork. We're tied at 8, and Zoe Albert will continue to serve for the Valkyries. Deep serve, dug out by Pearson. Lamb, spiked out of bounds by McClanahan. And a point for Bigfork. They go up 9-8 as Hansen sets up McClanahan. Her cross-court spike out of bounds. Albert dug up by Taryn Lamb. Into the net. It won't be handled there by Hansen. And a point for Bigfork, up 10-8 now. Here in the first game. Best of 5. And Albert to serve. Deep. Dug out by Haverman. Back in. Hansen. Spike down there by Bigfork. Martins digs it out. Holton Sorry, down the line, dug out there by Lamb. Jensen sets it up. Spiked across court, dug out by Lamb. And then Havner off of Pearson, an ace for Zoe Albert. And they're up by 6, 14-8, so a good start here. Mr. Momentum on the Valkyries side right now. And Albert to serve. Serves it deep, dug out by the libero, Lamb. McClanahan spikes. Off the block, it drops straight down and side out to Powell County. And McClanahan will serve for the Lady Wardens, trailing 14-9. McClanahan serve across, dug out. Ellison, sorry. Off of Jensen, dug out by McClanahan across. Dug out by Albert. Spike into the net. Bigfork can't quite handle it. Sorry. Ariana, hits it out of bounds. And a point for Powell County. Service on the way by McClanahan. Holton's going to set up. Dunked over by Turner. In the back court, Martins digs it out. Holton going to set up. Dropping it across the block. And a nice play there by Ellison. And side out point for Bigfork. And Alexis Sari back in for the Valkyries. Inga Turner to serve for Bigfork. Serves on the far side and out of bounds. At the left edge, she'll get replaced by Martins, the libero. And libero for Powell County. Kelly Lamb to serve for the Lady Wardens. Service, Martins, Mackenzie Holton, Zoe Albert way back. Dug out by Powell County's Taryn Lamb. Mary Jensen, the setter, just pops it back over her head and drops on Bigfork side for a point. 15-12. And Lamb to serve for Powell County. Service deep. Zoe Albert, Mackenzie Holton setting up Ellison. Ellison tries to drop it across. And Powell County in the net. It'll be side out point for Bigfork, and they go up 16-12. That'll bring in Jessa Newton and Ellie Jort to the lineup for Bigfork, leading by 4 here in game number 1. And Newton to serve. Newton deep. Dug out there by 12 Johnson. Across by Havner. And off of Newton out of bounds. Side out point for Powell County. 16-13. Deep serve. Martins digs it out. And Newton can't quite get to it. And Bigfork will take a timeout with a 2-point lead. Here, and I'll be back with game number 1 here from Deer Lodge. All right, we're back and ready to go. And Powell County to serve. Long hair, it's kind of hard to see who's serving. Oh, it's number 10. Havner serves it deep. Martin gets it across. Spiked down there by Pearson for Powell County. Pearson hits it actually to number 2, Mary Hansen, and 15-16, Bigfork leads. Newton, Ellison, can't get it across the net on the pass from Ellison, and we're tied at 16. Service from Havner. Havner across. Dug out by Zoe. It's big swinging. Ellie Jort on the nice set. And point for Bigfork and side out. And Isabella Ellison will serve for Bigfork. Nice deep serve. Dug out. Hanson. Spiked down there by 15. Pearson on the set by Hanson. We're tied at 17. And Pearson will serve now for Powell County as we're tied here in the first game. Martins receives it. Newton's going to set up. Zoe Albert swings. Pearson digs it out. Cross is sorry. Gets it back across. McClanahan dug out by Martins. They'll say Bigfork is in the net on the attempted block, and it'll be point for Powell County, 18-17. And Pearson to serve. Service across. Martin digs it out as on the short serve. Hanson setting up, blocked, dug out by Newton. Jort. Newton gets it back across over to Johnson. Johnson, McClanahan swings. Newton. Jort, nice save, but Alexis Sari can't quite get it as it goes into the net, and a 2-point lead, 19-17 by the Lady Wardens here in game number 1. And Pearson continues to service. Martins will dig it out. Newton's going to set up, and little dink over the block by Zoe Albert. Smite play, and drops on the Powell County side. Side out to Bigfork. They'll get a point, 19-18, and Inga Turner back in for the Valkyries. Martins to serve. Did a nice job this morning. But here she puts it in the net and gives it back to Powell County. And they have a 2-point lead at 20-18. Mary Hanson to serve for the Lady Wardens. Serves it. Ellison. Newton. Back. Martin's going to spike it. McClanahan blocks it. Jort gets it. Puts it across to Pearson. Hanson. Martins digs it out. Newton going to set up. Inga Turner blocks it down off the net, and it drops on Powell County's side. And point for Bigfork side out. Holton will come in to serve for the Valkyries. That'll also bring back Ariana Sari for Newton, and she'll be on the front end. So Mackenzie Holton to serve for the Valkyries. Service on the way. Deep serve. Dug out. Hanson spiked in the back row. Pearson. It says it hit the end line. Inside out point, or point for Powell County. Lamb to serve. Dug out by Ellison. Holton going to set up. Inga Turner kicks it over the left side, drops it across for a point for Bigfork. And 21-19. Well, a call went against Bigfork. I'm not sure what that was. And I apologize. I don't know if they were in the net or what. And would have been Bigfork's point, but instead of being down 21-20, they're down 22-19, and Powell County will serve after this timeout as Bigfork takes their second and final timeout here in the first game. A tough battle early here in Deer Lodge between the Valkyries and the Lady Wardens. And number 1, Taryn Lamb to serve for Powell County. Whistle blows and she can serve. Martins digs it out. Holton setting up. Sorry across the block. Partially blocked. Right up. Havner gets it across. Dug out by Bigfork. Zoe Albert. And a dig there by number 2, Hansen, but into the net for Powell County. And it'll be side out point for Bigfork, 22-20. And Zoe Albert to serve for the Valkyries. Deep serve, McClanahan, Pearson, and they'll just have to get it across. Number 12, Johnson gets it across. Holton going to set up. And a nice job up the line there by number 3, Isabella Ellison. Drops it in the back right or left corner if you're looking from the net, and scores a point for Bigfork. 21-22. The Valkyries trail by 1, and Albert to serve. Nice serve deep to Pearson way back. Dug out by Lamb. That's good across. Jensen does. Inga Turner set up by Holton. Nice block. And off the spike of Inga Turner. Goes off the hand of Mary Hansen out of bounds. And we're tied at 22-22. Zoe Albert to serve again. But before that happens, the head coach, Kimberly Lamb, will take a timeout for Powell County as we're tied at 22-22 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard here in Deer Lodge, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals, bringing you Bigfork Valkyrie action here on BFSD events on YouTube. Kind of see what the schedule coming up. Once again, congratulations to the soccer team, the Valkyries. I didn't get a boys score, but the boys soccer able to take care of things. So next week, football is at home, 7 o'clock Friday night as we host Jefferson. Okay, and in soccer coming up, it'll be Polson on Tuesday at home, 4 and 6, boys at 4, girls at 6. The Pirates and Lady Pirates, and Zoe Albert to serve. Tied at 22. Dug out by Lamb. Hansen. Spike blocked. And a nice block there up front by Sari and Inga Turner. Inga Turner digs it out. Mackenzie Holton going to set up. Spike off the block. Out of bounds, but Powell County come up. McClanahan spikes it across inside the attempted block by Inga Turner. And it'll drop on Bigfork side out and point. And McClanahan will serve for Powell County. So great action going back and forth. Some good volleyball going on. McClanahan is serves it deep. Martin's going to dig it out. Holton going to set up Ellison. Ellison spikes it off the block. McClanahan digs it out. And right there, number 12, Emma Johnson can't quite get it across the net. And we'll go back and we're tied again. Tied at 23. Alexis Sari comes in. Inga Turner to serve for Bigfork. And service on the way. A tight game. Just get it in, folks. Just get it in. She serves it long and sets up Powell County with game point 24-23. And the libero, Kelly Lamb, to serve. And same thing there. Just get it in. She serves it long. Unbelievable. Crazy. Jordan Newton to come in. Newton's going to serve. We're tied at 24 here in game number 1. So really good action going on. And service from Newton. Gets it in. Dug out. Ellison. Sorry. Off of Johnson. Spiked down by number 15, Pearson. And Ellison tried to dig it out. And side out point, game point again, this time for Powell County. Number 10, Havner. Dug out by Martins. Martins takes a set by Newton from the backcourt and hits it into the net. And Powell County takes the first one. (26-24). So a really good, rather get a win in that first one and get out the snide is like, it's kind of like baseball. Get ahead, stay ahead. But Powell County able to take that one as that end of that one went back and forth, especially for the first game. We'll be back here with game number 2, best of 5 in Deer Lodge, Montana, between the Bigfork Valkyries and the Powell County Lady Wardens in volleyball action. We're back here in Powell County. Also coming up next week, cross country is at the Mission Invite in St. Ignatius on Tuesday. Then Saturday, the Mountain West run at the University of Montana Golf Course in Missoula. For volleyball, they'll head to Mission, on Tuesday to take on the Lady Bulldogs. The game on Thursday, scheduled for Thursday against Plains, has been moved to Monday, September 27th. So between Plains and Bigfork. It will not happen on Thursday, September 16th. We're ready for game number 2 here, and brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. And they'll make sure the lineups, the official, they're right, folks. So Turner starting up front with Jort, and number 7 for Bigfork is Ava Davey, and you got Sari, Newton, and Isabel Ellison in the back. And the libero is Martins. Pearson, along with Hanson, Taryn Lamb, McClanahan, Johnson, and the libero is Kelly Lamb. And Havner for Powell County. So officials checking the lineup, make sure they're in the right spot. Now they got it rotated right. Martins replace Inga Turner on the Bigfork side. Okay, now they got it right. Turner stays in. Alexis Sari comes out of the backcourt. Martins comes in to serve for Bigfork here in game number 2. Sorry, got to make sure things were lined up. Martins serves. Nice serve. Right into the chest of number 12. Johnson can't handle it. And falls for the first point of game number 2 to Bigfork. So like Stallneck talked about, Ariel, first to 5, first to 10, and so on. Martin serve again to Johnson. Brings it out. McClanahan across by Havner. Martins will take it out. Newton's going to set up. Spike down there by Jort on the right side in front of McClanahan. And Bigfork with the point, up 2-0 early. And Martin's still serving for the Valkyries. On the way down the line, dug out by Lamb. Going to set up Pearson. Blocked by Jort. On the left side, and point for Bigfork, 3-0. And Callie Martins continues to serve for Bigfork. Nice serve down the line. Lamb. Jensen. Pearson gets it across. Dug out by Martins. Newton's going to set it up. Inga Turner spiked down Johnson. And Johnson's shot goes across the net but falls out of bounds. So a point for Bigfork and 4-0 early. Martins to serve. Jensen gets it across. Blocked by Inga Turner. Picks it up. Turner going to put it across. Dug out by Havman. Havman set up. Jensen. Pearson blocks it. Spikes, right into the net. And a point for Bigfork. So Zoe Albert having, some issues not starting here. Went to locker room and is back now on the bench. Martins to serve. Right down. And blocked there. Looks by Ava. Ava Davey on the block of Powell County. They're up 6-0. Timeout taken by the Lady Wardens. And the coach over there barking to her players, hey, you guys got to play. Come on, you got to hustle. Get there. So he's really getting on them over there for Powell County. Clapping her hands, trying to get them pumped up and going. As Bigfork goes up early, 6-0. And Martins will continue to serve for Bigfork. Here in game number 2 as they lost the first game 26-24. And Martins serve. On the way for Bigfork. Nice serve down the line. Dug out by Lamb. Hanson. Pearson blocked again. Up front, Turner and Jort. Down the line, 7-0 here in game number 2. Martins continues to serve for the Valkyries. Martins, doesn't toss it up high enough, right into the net. And side out point for Powell County, 7-1 now. And Havner will serve for Powell County as they trail by 6. Havner, deep. Ava digs it out. Back to Ava down the line. Oh, nice play by the freshman. Dug across. Dug out by Ellison. Newton. They set up Jort. Jort on the spike. Blocked. Up front by Pearson. Falls on Bigfork side 7-2. So Davey doing a nice job. And she'll get replaced there by Zoe Albert. Service. Martin digs it out. Cross. Lamb. Jensen. Lamb to spike it. Duck out by Martins. Newton. Going to set up Martins. Martins doesn't get it across the net. And 7-3 now. And Havner serving for Powell County. Deep. Dug out by Ellison. Zoe Albert gets it across to Lamb. Back to Havner. And dinks it in the middle does Pearson. And Ellison tries to dig it out, but dives and can't quite get there. Hits the ball, but doesn't bring it up vertical. Havner dug out by Martins. Newton. Jort puts it back across the net. Havner. Jort gets it across as Turner hits it. Albert. Newton setting up Albert. Albert dinks it across. Zoe has that play down pat. She puts it past the block and drops it in. And side out for Bigfork, 8-4. So they stop the 4-point run there by Powell County. Ariana. Sari comes in along with Holton serving for Bigfork, serves it deep to the libero, Lamb. Abner, Pearson, off the block of Holton, or spikes it into Holton. Holton can't quite handle it, and side out point for Powell County, 8-5, as McClanahan comes back for Powell County. And 15, Skylar Pearson to serve for the Lady Wardens. Cross short serve, Martins digs it out. Nice job. Jensen, McClanahan, Martins digs it out. Holton, far side, setting up Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert dinks it again across the block. And right there, number 12, Emma Johnson dives for it, but can't quite get there. 9-5, Bigfork leads. And Zoe to serve. Service on the way, nice serve by Zoe. Dug out, Jensen, across by the libero, Lamb. Off Holton. Nice job by Holton to get across off Martin's save. And Powell County hits it out of bounds on the return. And a point for Bigfork. And Albert to continue to serve. We double them up. They're up 10-5, Bigfork is. Zoe deep to Lamb. Right there is Inga. Inga going to look to spike it. Throws it down. Dug out. Martins can't quite handle the shot by McClanahan. And side out point for Powell County. Bigfork leads 10-6 in game number 2. They lost the first. And serving is Hansen. Hansen across. Martins will dig it out. Holton. Martins knocks it across deep. Dug out by Pearson. Hansen. Spiked over the top of everybody by Taryn Lamb. And side out to Bigfork. Inga Turner will come out. And Alexis Sari now in. And Martins to serve. Martins deep. Shot. Pearson brings it out. Jensen. Pearson across. Dug out by Zoe. Holton. And a spike there by Sari, but blocked up front by McClanahan and Johnson. Down to the Bigfork side, 7-11. And Taryn Lamb to serve for Powell County. Service on the way, dug out by Ellison. Mackenzie Holton. Oh, nice dig by Alexis. Sorry. And there you are, sorry, but sets it up, and Ellison spikes it too long for Bigfork. And 11-8 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. Lamb dug out by Ellison. Holton right there trying to dig it out on the pass. Excuse me, check that. That was Zoe Albert, and Holton can't handle the pass. And 2-point ball game, 11-9, Bigfork leads. And Lamb to serve. So officials timeout to clarify something. They get together, going to talk something out. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but I'll be back when they figure it out here from Deer Lodge, Montana. 11-9 now on the scoreboard, on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, and the Valkyries lead here early in the second game, best of 5. Well, we're ready to go. Whatever it was, they figured it out, I guess. And scoreboard doesn't change, and I'm not sure what went on, but it's 11-9. Lamb to serve. Zoe Albert. Holton going to set up Ellison. Ellison down the line. Dug out by Pearson. Jensen McClanahan. Dug out by Holton. Sorry, spike there by Ellison. Sorry, brings it up. And Powell County was in the net, so it will be side out and point for Bigfork. Newton and Jort back in. Newton to serve for the Valkyries, up by 3, 12-9 here in game number 2. Newton service. Deep. And side out to Powell County. McClanahan to serve. Deep. Martins. Newton going to set up Jort. Jort. Spike. Off the neck. Falls on Bigfork side. And a point for Powell County is they're within 1 at 12-11. Here in game number 2. McClanahan. Service on the way. Martins digs it out. Jort gets it across. And Powell County was in to the net, so Bigfork will get the side out. And the point up 13-11. Ellison is serve from the left side, gets it across. Short serve, nice job. Dug out and across by Newton. Drops on the Powell County side. Up the left sideline, good. 14-11 now. The Valkyries lead. Ellison serve. Short. Lamb. Jensen. Spike by Johnson. Newton's going to set up Zoe Albert. Zoe again. That little dink over the block and drops it down the line for a point for Bigfork. 15-11. Playing a smart ball game here is Zoe Albert for the Valkyries. Nice service by, and spike brought up by Martins. Ellison. Sorry, gets it across. Short. Spike by Pearson. Dug out by Newton down the line. Havner. Havner getting the spike. Blocked by Jort and Sorry at the net. 16-11. And Ellison continued to serve for Bigfork. Service goes right down the middle. The Lamb. Jensen. Spiked by Pearson. Dug out by Martins. Newton's going to set up Zoe Albert. Spike across. And out of bounds. On the cross-court spike by Ellison. And side-out point for Powell County. 16-12 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Service right in the net. Lamb comes in. The libero puts it right in the net, and she'll go right back out as Johnson returns. And a point for Bigfork side out. Martins to serve. Sorry back out. And Inga Turner in for the Valkyries. 17-12. Martins serve deep. Back to 11. Hamilton. Spike across by Pearson. Back deep. Newton sends it. Dug out by Pearson. Havner. Dug out by Martins. Dropping it across is Zoe Albert. And they set up number 2, Mary Hansen, for Powell County. And she spikes it into the net. 18-12, up by 6 is Bigfork here in game number 2. And Martins continues to serve. Deep. Dug out by Hamilton. Jensen. Martins. Newton, nice save. Turner will get it across. Dug out by Hamilton. Jensen, spiked by Pearson, dug out by Newton, Jort, and crossed by Ellison. Setting up Pearson, dug out by Martins. Newton's going to set up and dinking it across, but Inga Turner comes up with it, and Jort blocks with Havner up top, brings it back. Newton sends it across to Powell County, setting up Pearson, dinks it across, dug out there by Zoe Albert. Inga Turner sends it deep. Hamilton. Jensen. Havner. Dug out by Newton. Jort. Get a set up. Block. Jort gets it back again in the block of Inga Turner's spike. Just going back and forth. Havner. Dug out by Martins. And a great rally, folks. I don't know how many passes that went, but it was going back 4 or 5 times back and forth across the net. Powell County wins this one up 13-8. Dugout by Ellison, spiked by Pearson on Ellison's return right to the net for Pearson. She spikes it down. It's 18-14 on your Harvest Foods scoreboard. The Valkyries lead, and Havner to serve for Powell County. Serves it deep. Ellison, Newton, Zoe Albert gets it across. They call a lift on her. And point for Powell County, Havner. And Bigfork will take a timeout as Powell County pulls within 3. So some exciting volleyball action here going on in this second game, best of 5. Valkyries taking the first one, or losing the first one, 26-24. And up in this one, have been leading the whole way so far. Need to close things out as they continue down the road. I'll be back here with the second game, best of 5. All right, Havner to serve, a back, 15-18. Martins digs it out. Spiking, dug out by Newton. Jort. And Powell County was definitely in the net. And 15, Pearson got called for that. Side out to Bigfork, 19-15. That'll bring on Ariana Sari for Newton. And for Jort, it'll bring in Mackenzie Holton. Holton to serve. Down the line. Jensen, Pearson, blocked. Nice block there by Zoe Albert. And point for Bigfork, 20-15 here in game number 2. Holton to serve for the Valkyries. Serves, gets it deep. Dugout. Jensen's going to set up Lamb. Lamb spikes it, dug out by Zoe Albert. Mackenzie Holton, sorry. Inga Turner spikes it in the back corner. Lamb digs it out to Jensen, and spiked down there by Pearson right down the middle. Pearson, the 5'10 junior. And side out to Powell County. 20-16, a 4-point game in game number 2. And Pearson gets the serve. Back deep, right into the net, so a turnover and side out to Bigfork at 21-16. And Zoe Albert will serve for the Valkyries. Zoe, nice serve down the middle to Lamb. Jensen, dug out by 12, Johnson. Mackenzie Holton sets it up to McClanahan. Meant to set it up to Turner. Sets McClanahan up perfectly, and she spikes it down. 21-17 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And number 2, Mary Hansen to serve for Powell County. Dug out by Martins. Communication, they just let it drop in the middle. Nobody just goes after it, and it's a point for Powell County. And Hansen to serve. Martins dig this one out. Ellison. Martins to get it across. Nice job. Dug out by Powell County. McClanahan spikes it off the block of Turner and out of bounds, and point for Powell County. 21-19. And Hansen to serve. Deep. Callie Martins. Kenzie Holton. Ellison gets it across. McClanahan. Hansen. Spiked into the net by Johnson. And a point side out for Bigfork, 22-19. Here on your UPS Store scoreboard. Inga Turner to serve for the Valkyries. Service gets it across nice and deep to Pearson. Jensen. Lamb from the backcourt. Dug out by two Bigfork players. Holton. Ellison spikes it across. Brought back. Pearson gets it. Holton. And across there by Sari. Pearson going to set up McClanahan. Spikes it, but she spikes it deep. On the set by Hanson. 23-19. And Powell County will take their second and final timeout in game number two, as they trail by 4. And the Valkyries are within 2 of taking this second game and evening it up at 1 apiece here in Deer Lodge. Once again, 406-270-7384. Text me if you're listening out there. I know some folks are. Give you a shout out if you're listening there. Here from Deer Lodge, Montana, as the Valkyries taking on the Powell County Lady Wardens in volleyball action. So fall sports underway, everything going on. We got matches and games and you name it. And Inga Turner to serve up by 4, 23-19. Need 2 more to close this one out here in game number 2. Turner, service, nice deep serve. Pearson can't handle it in the middle back. And game point, 24-19 for Bigfork here in game number 2. And Turner to serve, trying to serve it out here. Close it out. Lamb. Henson. Spike set up into the net by Johnson. And game number 2, goes to the Valkyries. So they even it up at 1 apiece. So a valiant effort. They led wire to wire in that one, folks. And a nice job by the Valkyries. We'll be back with game number 3. Best of 5 here. We're tied at 1 on your UPS store of Bigfork scoreboard. For all your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue, Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002. Including banners and posters. Brad Stoddshill, the folks at the UPS store of Bigfork. We'll be back here from Deer Lodge, Montana, momentarily. All right, welcome back to Deer Lodge, Montana. We're tied at 1 as the Valkyries win that one. Lose the first one 26-24. Win that one. It was 25-20 or 25-19. Yeah, 19. So Powell County to serve here in game number 3. Havner dug out by Martins. Ellison, Albert to get it deep. Back to Powell County. Spiked, dug out by Martins. Newton, sorry, going to spike it. Spikes into the net. And ends up on the side of Bigfork. So a point for Powell County. They lead 1-0 as Havner serves. Deep. Dug out by Bigfork. And across the net. They're going to get called as Powell County, Taryn Lamb. So side out point for Bigfork as Ellison will serve for Powell County, or excuse for Bigfork. Serves it, drops it in. The whistle blew to serve. Coach is still talking to one of their folks, but hey, the net judge blew the whistle, so Ellison smartly serves it, drops it in for an ace. Dug out by Powell County. Newton, short, going to set up back in the corner to Lamb. Jensen, spike. Get down by Taryn Lamb. And drops on Bigfork side out and point. We're tied at 2. Pearson back to serve. Excuse me, for Powell County. As we're tied at 2 in game number 3. Pearson serves. Zoe Albert. Newton. The setter trying to dig it out, trying to get around Jort. And a point for Powell County, 3-2. Pearson is serve for Powell County. Lady Wardens. Martins digs it out. Newton going to set up Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert down the line. Blocked by Powell County on the Bigfork side. Drops down and a 4-2 lead. Pearson's serve across. Martins digs it out. Newton setting up Zoe Albert. Albert off the block. Then drops it straight down off McClanahan. And Hanson. And side out point for Bigfork. Martins to serve now for Bigfork. And the Valkyries. Callie, good to have her back. First game's back today. Serves it deep to Lamb. Pearson. Over by Johnson. Dug out by Martins. Newton's going to set up. Jort spikes it right down the middle in front of Pearson and ties the match at 4 here in game number 3. Excuse me, I should say ties the game at 4 here in game number 3. The match is tied at 1 apiece. And Martins to serve. Service, nice service. Johnson digs it out. Oh, blocked by Jensen off the hand of Lamb. And up front, I think we had Albert along with, or was it Jort and Inga Turner? Anyway, with a block and a point for Bigfork, 5-4. Martins to serve, deep serve to Johnson. Jensen McClanahan, blocked there by Inga Turner. Back to Bigfork, Newton set up Jort. Jort spikes it off the block of Powell County and point for Bigfork. 6-4. Martins continues to serve for the Valkyries. Here in game number 3. Martins, nice serve. Lamb digs it out. Jensen, McClanahan, way over. Dug out by Ellison. Newton going to set up Zoe Albert. Down the middle. Pearson digs it out. Jensen. Lamb back to Martins. Newton's going to set up Jort. Jort dinks it across in front, out of bounds. As Lamb, the libero, dives for it. Can't quite control it. Hits it out of bounds. And a point for Bigfork, 7-4. And Martins will continue to serve for Bigfork. 7-4 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Martin serving, and a nice serve right down the middle to Johnson. Digs it out. Pearson, Johnson gets it across. Dug out by Albert. Newton going to set up Albert. Albert dinks it across. Dug out by Johnson. Jensen, McClanahan. Off Ellison, Newton. And a spike there by Zoe. Gets it back across to Jensen. Newton going to set up Inga Turner. Turner can't get the spike across the net. And side out point for Powell County. A 7-5 Bigfork lead here in game number 3. And number 2, Mary Hansen to serve. And she'll serve it right into the net. And right back to Bigfork on the side out. And that's going to be Mackenzie Holton coming in for Jort. Ariana Sari will come in for Jessen Newton. And Holton will get the service for the Valkyries. Nice serve. Dug out by Lamb. Hansen. Spike there by Johnson. Drops it in front of Martins. And side out point for Powell County. And that'll bring Taryn Lamb back. Excuse me, number 7. Check that. Natalie Spring serving for Powell County. Martins will dig it out. Holton across by Sari. Back across by Johnson. Talked about by Holton. And Turner will get it across. Pearson digs it out. Hansen. McClanahan on the spike. Dug out by Holton. On the pass. Sari can't handle it as it goes out of bounds. And a point for Powell County. 8-7 in a tight ball game. Service. Dug out by Zoe. Zoe's going to push it deep. Dug out by Spring. Hansen. Dug out by Holton. Serves it deep. Dug out by Ellison. Holton going to set up. Inga Turner spikes it down to Turner. And a nice cross-court spike from the middle of the court to the left side and side out point for Bigfork. And service here by Zoe Albert. Albert serves it deep. Dug out by Spring. Hansen gets across to Johnson. Holton will set up and down the line goes Bigfork. And Ellison, they said she was into the net. Looks like both of them were into the net, but side out point to Powell County. And McClanahan will serve for the Lady Wardens. McClanahan, dug out by Martins. Cross by, nice save by Inga Turner, and then Ellison gets it across. Spike, dug out by Holton. Dug out by Ellison, but drops in front of Martins. And we're tied at 9, and timeout taken by the Valkyries here in game number 3. I'll be back with the continuation of game number 3 here in Deer Lodge, Montana. Okay, we're back. We're tied at 9. McClanahan to serve here in game number 3. 1 game apiece between the Valkyries and Lady Wardens. And McClanahan to serve for Powell County. Serves it deep. Martins gets it. Holton going to set up. Turner blocked there by Pearson. Crossed by Johnson. Saved by Bigfork. Nice save by Ariana Sari. Gets it across. And drops on Powell County side. It'll be Bigfork with a side out and the point as they lead 10-9. And Alexis Sari back in for the libero. Martins and Inga Turner will serve for Bigfork. Serves it deep. Oh, dug out there by Spring. Hansen spiked. Holton grabs it. Inga Turner Can't quite get it. Hits it up into the stands. And it'll be side out. We're tied at 10 now. And the libero, Kelly Lamb, comes in to serve for Powell County. Tied at 10 in game number 3. Crazy back and forth match. Lamb puts it right into the net. And be back to Bigfork. And that means Newton and Jort will come in for Sorry. That's Ariana Sorry. And Mackenzie Holton. And Newton will get the serve for Bigfork. Serves it deep. Dug out by Spring. Hansen. Back set. Gets it. Dug out by Newton. Up. Jort going to get it across from Sorry. Dug out by Spring. Set up is Pearson on the short set by Hansen, but Pearson missed jumps, and point for Bigfork. 12-10 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. Newton to serve again. Drops it deep. Spring digs it out. Hansen. Pearson. Dug out by Zoe. Cross. Ellison. Dug out by Sorry. They said she lifted it. So point for Powell County. And they're within 1, 12-11. Havner serves it up. Dug out. Sorry gets it across after the block by Powell County. Set up. Havner. Dug out by Bart. It's a nice dig out. And across there by Jessa Newton. Spike. Deep. And out of bounds. Knocks the poster off the back wall. On the spike by Powell County. 13-11 side out to Bigfork here. And Ellison is served from the left side. Deep. Lamb. And right there is Alexis Sorry. Spikes it down. And a 14-11 lead. And Powell County will take a timeout. A 1-minute timeout here. And each team has one left here in game number 3. We're tied at 1 apiece from Deer Lodge, Montana. So Bigfork playing much more inspired and a lot better here in this match than they did this morning over in Anaconda. Although they had their chances in Anaconda, I think they're playing a little bit better together and really battling here this Lady Wardens volleyball team. And the timeout's almost over. And it'll be Bigfork serving. And it'll be Isabella Ellison serving for the Valkyries, the sophomore. Serves it deep. Dug out there by Johnson. Hansen. Lamb. Dug out by Newton. Jort puts it deep. Back to Spring. Hansen going to set up Lamb. Lamb puts it across. Dug out by Sorry. Sorry's going to get set. No, that's Zoe Albert. Excuse me. Set. Spikes it down. Dug out by Powell County. Lamb tries to put out the back corner. Ellison's right there. Justin Newton back corner. Drops it in down the line. And is good. And a nice job by Jessa Newton in the far left corner if you're looking from the net on Powell County side. 15-11, and Ellison continues to serve. Dug out by Pearson. Hansen. Spiked by Pearson. Dug out by Ellison. Newton going to set up Sorry. Sorry gets it across. Johnson. Hansen. Spiked by Pearson off of Ellison and out of bounds. Point and side out for Powell County. And number 15, Pearson, will serve. 15-12 here in game number 3. Bigfork leads by 3. Pearson dug out by Bigfork. Newton. Jort gets it back deep to Pearson. Hansen going to set up Lamb. Lamb spikes it off of Newton off the back wall. And a point, 15-13 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And Pearson to serve for Powell County. Service on the way. Dug out. Sorry. Jort gets it back. Gives it to Lamb. Hanson set up McClanahan. McClanahan spikes it. Dug out by Martins. And McClanahan knocks it down on the Bigfork side. And a point for Powell County, 15-14. Pearson to serve, down by 1 here in game number 3. Oh. Serves it short, doesn't even get it to the net, and side out to Bigfork, 16-14. That'll bring Inga Turner back in the front court, and Callie Martins will serve for the Valkyries. Nice serve. Lamb handles it. Hanson going to set up McClanahan. McClanahan spikes, blocked by Bigfork. Looked like 4 shots. Newton. Jort spikes it. Set up. Lamb, McClanahan. Dug out by Martins. Newton. Ellison gets across. Can't get across to that. Thought she was going to get it across. Doesn't get it across. Side out to Powell County. And a point at 16-15. And Mary Hanson serving for the Lady Wardens. Martins digs it out. Newton going to set up Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert off the block. Dug out by Lamb. Pearson blocked. And Bigfork can't quite handle it. Right there was Inga Turner. We're tied at 16 now. And Hanson to serve for Powell County. Service. Dug out by Ellison. Newton going to set up Zoe Albert. Albert dinks it across. And Zoe was under the net, so point for Powell County. They lead 17-16, and Hanson to serve just across the net. Hits the net. That's really hard for the receiver to try to judge that when the net slows it down and it drops all of a sudden. 18-16 Powell County. Hanson. Dug out by Ellison. Newton. Martins gets it across. Dug out by Lamb. Hanson to set it up by Lamb. Martins back. Way back. And just out of bounds. And 19-16 Powell County leads. And timeout taken by Bigfork. That's their second timeout, their final timeout here in game number 3. And we'll be back with more of that. Conclusion of game number 3. We know we're going 4, that's for sure. I'll be back here in Deer Lodge, Montana. All right, we're back, and Hanson to serve. Up by 3, 19-16 for Powell County. And serves it into the net. And point for Bigfork, side out, 19-17. Holton will serve. And Ariana, sorry to come back in. They haven't put the point up that they finally did for Bigfork. And Holton's to serve for the Valkyries. Pearson, Hanson setting up McClanahan. Blocked by Inga Turner. Nice block by Turner, and Powell County can't quite handle it. 19-18, the Valkyries back within 1. And Holton, McKenzie, serving for Bigfork. Nice serve down the middle. Pearson, Hanson, back set to, and sets it out of bounds as number 1, Taryn Lamb, and we're tied at 19 again. So, close match between these two. Real good match. And Holton's deep serve. Pearson digs it out. Hansen, far side. Johnson, cross. And Johnson was in the net. Point for Bigfork. As they handled it, and they were going to return it, but the whistle blew as number 12, Emma Johnson, goes into the net. Point for Bigfork 2019. Oh. McKenzie can't get it quite across the net. She's trying to serve it short. Side out, we're tied at 20. And Taryn Lamb to serve for Powell County. Deep. Martins will dig it out. Zoe Alberts. Ellison will get it across. 3. And down the line, out of bounds by Ellison. And 21-20, Powell County now takes the lead here in the third game. Lamb serves. Ellison. Kenzie Holton going to set up. Way back. Does Bigfork get it? Dug out by Ellison. Check that. Sorry. And set up Zoe Hours. Howard puts in the far side. Diving is Taryn Lamb and hits it. Drops on Powell County side, and we're tied at 21. And Zoe Albert will serve for Bigfork. Deep serve. Dug out by Lamb. Hansen looking to set up Johnson. Looks like it hit the antenna, but the line judge doesn't call it. And that gives the point to Powell County, side out 22-21. Clanahan or Ellison. Mackenzie Holton drifts it across. And drops in as Johnson quite can't handle it. And we're tied at 22, side out to Bigfork. And Alexis Sari will come in. Inga Turner to serve for the Valkyries. She serves it out of bounds the left side. I'm sorry, folks. I don't understand that. Just get it in when you're that close. Now, 23-22, Powell County leads. And Johnson to serve. Down the middle, Ellison. Kenzie Holton set it up. Ellison. Down the line, Johnson. Hansen, spiked there by Pearson, dug out by Mackenzie Holton. Gets it across. Nice play there by Ariana Sari as she drops it over on the right side. And Lamb dives for it. We're tied at 23 and side out to Bigfork. So Jort will come back in, and so will Newton. 23-23, just get it in. Give yourself an opportunity here. And Newton to serve, tied at 23. Nice serve right down the middle. Pearson to spike it. Newton digs it out. Sorry. Hansen, Pearson spikes it. Dug out by Martins. Newton going to set up Ellison. Ellison spikes it down the line. Dug out by Johnson. Hansen. Dug out by Havner. Newton. And got to get it across, and Jort does. Dug out by Havner. Pearson gets it across. Martin's going to set up. Sorry, sparks it into the net. Side out 24-23. And Emma Johnson, check that. Lindsay Havner to serve. Game point for Powell County. Dug out by Ellison. Newton's going to set up. Sorry gets it across. Lamb, Hansen, setting up Taryn Lamb. Blocked there by Jort. Lamb digs it out. Blocked there again by Jort. And Alexis Sari, nice job there at the net. Back-to-back blocks by the two, the Valkyries. Ties it at 24 apiece. And Ellison to serve. Gets it across, short. Ellison setting it up. Newton, Zoe Albert, backside Lamb. Blocked by Pearson. Drops on the Bigfork side and side out point for Powell County. They lead 25-24 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. So Pearson is served for game point here in game number 3. Martins digs it out. Newton going to set up. Jort, back corner. Pearson digs it out. Hansen going to set up McClanahan. McClanahan. Martins digs it out. Jort dinks it across. It's going to go out of bounds on the return by 14, Kelly Lamb. It'll be side out point for Bigfork, tied at 25. Inga Turner up front now, and Callie Martins to serve as we're tied at 25 apiece. Serves it deep, dug out by Lamb. Hansen looking to set up McClanahan. Spikes it off the head of Martins. On the spike by McClanahan. And Hansen has served game point for Powell County. Serves it. Dug out by Ellison. Newton. Jort on the spike. Dug out by and out of bounds. Off of Emma Johnson. We're tied at 26. And Mackenzie Holton will come in for Jort. Ariana Sari coming in for Newton, and Holton will serve as we're tied at 26 in game number 3. Number 4 in for Bigfork. Tessa Troyer. Holton to serve, and serves it into the net. And Taryn Lamb to serve game point, 27-26, Powell County leads. Troyer just in a game, ball finds her, sets it up. Inga Turner spikes it down, dug out by Pearson. Back across, nice job there by Zoe. Zoe gets it back across, Holton gonna set up Turner. Turner spikes it down, dug out by Powell County. Bring it across, Tinger, Turner. Holton gets it back across. Does it dig it out? Lamb back to Hansen. Blocked there by Bigfork. Inga. And a lift by Powell County as action at the net going back and forth. Players selling out and digging it out. 27 apiece. And Zoe Albert to serve deep. Gets it to Lamb. Hansen. McClanahan blocked there by Turner. Lamb will dig it out, get it across. Zoe Albert, Holton's going to set up Sari. Sari spikes it down, dug out by Pearson. Hansen, Havner, back corner. And makes a bucket. Never see that again on the basket back there, but side out to Powell County. As the ball goes off Troyer. And Troyer will come out. Alexis Sari back in. And then in the middle is Martins up 28-27 as Powell County. McClanahan to serve. Martins digs it out. Holton setting up Ellison. Ellison spikes back off McClanahan's hands and out of bounds. That was going to be in, I believe. And we're tied at 28. Inga Turner to serve. Alexis Sari back in for Bigfork. This one's going on forever. Some great volleyball action here from Deer Lodge, Montana. Turner to serve. Get it in, baby. Yes, she does. Lamb. Spike and Pearson. Dug out by Turner. Mackenzie Holton. Ellison back. Dug out by Hansen. Pearson. Dug out by Holton. And dropping it across is Sari. Havner. Lamb has to get it across. Or Hansen, Holton sets up Sari. Blocked. And out of bounds off of Bigfork. Side out point for Powell County, game point. Bigfork can't quite get over that pump, get that one lead, and try to serve for this game, 29-28. Johnson to serve. Zoe Albert. Holton to set up Ellison. Off the block of Hansen, out of bounds, and side out to Bigfork, tied at 29. That means Jort and Newton will come back in, and Newton will get the serve for the Valkyries here. Some unbelievable action here in Deer Lodge. And Newton to serve, tied at 29. Need to get the point here. Chance to serve for it. Spring, Hanson, back set. Spike dug out by Martins. Newton's going to put it back corner. Nice job by Jessa Newton. She's done that a couple times. Gets them cheating up, puts it in the back left corner. As Bigfork's looking at it, and Valkyries up 30-29 and game point. And Powell County will take their final timeout as they trail by 1 here in game number 3 as the Valkyries lead 30-29 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And just kind of crazy action going here, back and forth. Bigfork always able to save the game point. Never had really the game point to go up. And now they do, 30-29. And Jessa Newton to serve here. Timeouts, none left for either team. And here comes the serve by Jessa Newton. Gets it in. Off her hand. Spring. Back across. Martins will handle it. Newton going to set up Jort. Jort dinks it across. Lamb. Hanson. Spike down. Dug out by. And Ellison gets it across. Spikes it down. Pearson in the middle. Spikes it down. Ties it at 30. And this time, Powell County saving a game point. 10, Havner. That was going out. Newton gets it across. Saved there by Johnson. Setting up. Lamb blocked there by Jort. Nice job. And she's going to hit it. To me, it looked like they hit the antenna, and they didn't make a call. Drops on Bigfork side, 31-30. Havner to serve. Martins, Newton. Zoe Albert gets it across to Lamb. And spiked down by Pearson on the Bigfork side. And 32-30. I understand earlier that was 34-32. They had one when they played Thompson Falls. So Powell County wins that one 32-30 and a heartbreaker for Bigfork. They had an opportunity, couldn't quite close it down. Now they trail 2-1. We're back with game number 4 here from Deer Lodge, Montana. As Valkyries trail 2-1 in volleyball action on UPS Store scoreboard. All right, we're back here in Deer Lodge as a crazy third game. 32-30, Powell County takes that one. Valkyries had a few opportunities, and they'll serve to start the fourth game here in Deer Lodge, Montana. Martins will come in. Zoe Albert, Newton, Jort, Sari, and Ellison for Bigfork. Service by Newton. Serve back across, and Alexis Sari drops it on Anaconda's side, and a 1-0 early lead by Bigfork here on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Newton to serve again for the Valkyries. Gets it in. Nice one. Springbrook it out. Hanson, Pearson. Dug out by Ellison. Ellison. Spike off the block there. Sari knocks it off of Hanson out of bounds, and point for Bigfork 2-0. And Newton again serving for the Valkyries. Gets it across, dug out by Spring. Hanson, Havner, dug out by Martins. Newton's going to set up. And Ellison's spike is long over the top. And side out point for Powell County. 2-1 early here in the fourth game. Havner serves it deep and past the end line, out of bounds. It'll be Ellison to serve, up 3-1. Ellison serve. Oh, tries to drop it across the net. And on that short serve, and hits it right into the net. And side out point for Powell County. Pearson to serve for the Lady Wardens. Dug out by Martins. And Newton into the net trying to save it. And quite can't get there. And we're tied at 3. Pearson is serving for Powell County. Tied at 3 in game number 4. Dug out of bounds by Zoe Albert as she hits it up the line. Does Pearson. And the Lady Wardens lead 4-3 here in game number 4. Serving Pearson, Martins, Newton, back serve. Pearson digs out the spike by Sari. Gets it across the net. Nails the line, 5-3, Powell County. Pearson serve. Martins digs it out. Newton going to set up Zoe Albert. And Albert goes down. Got stepped on underneath. And Albert underneath the net. Point goes to Powell County 6-3 here early in game number 4. Pearson serving. Martins. Zoe Albert digs it out. Jort will get it across for Bigfork. McClanahan spikes it off the block by Sari. McClanahan spikes it down. Point for Powell County 7-3. And a quick timeout taken by the head coach, Ariel Stalneck. Slow down the momentum of Powell County as Bigfork went up early, and now the Valkyries trail 4-3 here in game number 4. Best of 5. We go to 25 in this one. If there's a fifth, it will go to 15. But for right now, the Bigfork needs to get to 25 to force and win this fourth game to force a fifth game. So good volleyball action here by the Valkyries, fighting hard against the Lady Wardens of Powell County. So Pearson to serve. And she'll hit it into the net. So a good timeout taken by Stalneck. That'll bring Turner back in. And Martins to serve. 7-4, the Valkyries trail by 3. Deep. Lamb digs it out. Hansen's going to set up McClanahan. McClanahan off the spike. The block and side out to Powell County. George's been doing a nice job up front actually blocking today. But that one went out of bounds. And Hansen to serve. Up 8-4. Serves it into the net. And it'll be a point for Bigfork. 8-5 and side out to their Valkyries. That'll bring in Mackenzie Holton, Ariana Sari, and Holton to serve as they replace Jort and Newton for the Vals. So Holton to serve. Serves it deep. Nice serve. Dug out by Lamb. Hansen setting up Johnson. Dug out by Martins. Holton sets it up down the line by Zoe Albert. Crossed, and Johnson can't quite dink it across the net. Stays on Powell County's side, and a point for Bigfork. 8-6, so the Valkyries within 2 here in game number 4. And Holton to serve again. Here she goes. Gets it to Lamb, the libero. Hansen sets up Taryn Lamb. Taryn Lamb spikes it into the net. And 8-7, so the Valkyries back within 1 and fighting back in game number 4. Mackenzie Holton to serve for Bigfork. Serves it deep. Pearson. Hansen, far side. Johnson. Johnson can't quite get it across the net with the left hand. And we're tied at 8 apiece. And Holton continues to serve for Bigfork as they tie this one up here in game number 4. Mackenzie Holton, cross. Nice service down the line. And serves it out of bounds up the left side and side out as Lamb will serve for Powell County up 9-8. Powell County serves it deep. Dug out by Albert, McKenzie, and spiking is Ellison across. Dug out. McClanahan spikes it off the block of Inga Turner. Drops on Bigfork side at a point for Powell County, 10-8. And Lamb to serve. Lamb dug out by Ellison. Mackenzie Holton. And Inga Turner tries to get it across. Blocked by McClanahan on the Bigfork side. 11-8 now on their Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. The Valkyries trail by 3. Lamb serving. Deep. Martins digs it out. Holton tapped across. McClanahan right there to knock it down for Powell County. And another point for the Lady Wardens. 12-8. Bigfork has one timeout left here. And Lamb to serve. Dug out by Bigfork. Spike by Inga Turner. It's going to be tough to get back across. And goes across the flag. It's out of bounds as Powell County tries to dig it out of the corner. Does Hansen. And out of bounds. Side out to Bigfork. 12-9. And Zoe. Albert to serve for the Valkyries. Zoe deep. Dug out by Lamb. Hansen. Johnson. Off of Ellis's hand. Drops in. Bigfork side. 13-9 as they get the side out. McClanahan will serve for Powell County here in the best of 5, fourth game. Martin digs it out. Holton dinks it back across. Hansen. Johnson. Dug out by Martins. Holton going to set up Ellison. Ellison dinks it across. Dug out by Powell County. They can't quite get it across as Taryn Lamb gets it back and Johnson hits it short. Falls on their side and a point for Bigfork. And Alexis Sari back in for the Valkyries, trailing 13-10. And Inga Turner to serve for Bigfork. Nice serve down the line. Dug out by Haberman. Hansen setting up Pearson. Pearson blocked. Nice job there by the Sari twins. Ariana Sari gets that block there. And 11-13 Bigfork He is trailing on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Turner with a serve. Right down the line. Lamb, Hansen setting up. Spike dug out by Holton. Cross, Haverman. Haverman spikes down, blocked by Bigfork's Sorry. Johnson. And then Hansen will knock it into the net. And Bigfork within one at 12-13. And Turner serving well here. And she'll get another service. Down the line, dug out there by Haverman. Hansen going to set up Pearson. Pearson cross court. I think Zoe was set up to get it, and Turner dove in front of her and knocked it out of bounds. Side out to Powell County. 14-12. That'll bring the libero Kelly Lamb back in to serve for the Lady Wardens. Lamb. Dug out by Martins. Holton. Martins will spike it from the backcourt. Off of Lamb. Hansen. Pearson. Pearson hits it long and out of bounds. Point to Bigfork. And Newton will come back in to serve 14-13 along with Jort. Jort at the net. Newton to serve. Newton, nice service. Dug out by Johnson. Pearson spiked and spiked down there by Ellison. We're tied at 14. They're going to call a carry on Bigfork, so it's not 14. It's 15-13. Powell County, and they get the service. Haverman, Martins, Newton. Jort spikes it down. Haverman digs it out. Hansen, Pearson's going to spike it. And the Valkyries, gallant effort there by Ellison, and Martins is dug out there by Zoe Albert, but a point for Powell County, 16-13. And Havner to serve. Dug out by Martins. Newton going to set up Alexis Sorry spikes it down. Dug out by Havner. Hansen swinging his Lamb. Dug out by Bigfork. Oh, nice job. And they call 4 hits on Bigfork as they try to dig it out. 17-13, trailing by 4. Havner to serve. Martins digs it out. Newton. Newton barely goes underneath the net. And point for Powell County, 18-13. And Coach Dahlneck will take her final timeout here in game number 4 as they trail 2-1 and 18-13 in this one from Powell County. So the Valkyries need to fight back. They need to win this one to force a 5th and deciding game to 15. But they got to keep battling their passes. They're not as crisp this particular set as they were in the past. So trying to reset and get back in this one. And Havner to serve for Powell County as they lead 18-13 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard here in Deer Lodge. Zoe Albert setting up. Nice spike. Out of bounds by Ellison on the set by Newton. 19-13. Down by 6. They've done it before. They can do it again. They can fight back. Havner to serve. Ellison. Newton looking to set up Jort. But outside the antenna, it's out of bounds. And on the pass, and 20-13, a 7-point lead by Powell County. Havner to serve deep. Dug out by Martins. Newton. Zoe Albert gets it across. Pearson. And right there, Ellison drops it in front of Johnson. On the Powell County side out to Bigfork. 1 point at a time, as I talked about earlier in Anaconda. Ellison to serve. Dug out by Pearson on the spike. Dug out by Martins. Zoe Albert dinks it across. setting up Lamb. Lamb setting up. And a nice spike there by Alexis. Sorry. On the set by Newton right down the middle. A point for Bigfork at 20-15. So one at a time for Bigfork. Ellison to serve. Nice serve. Drops it in front of Lamb. Martin digs out. Hansen. Spike there by Zoe Albert. And it rolls down the net and drops on Powell County's side. 20-16. So Bigfork went on the roll there. And got to take it one at a time. They were within 4 at 20-16. They need to win this game to force that 5th game. So Bigfork not giving up and coming together. I'll be back with more of game number 4, best of 5, here in Deer Lodge, Montana. All right, we're back, and Isabella Ellison to serve. Down by 4, 20-16. And here we go. Ellison serve, nice. Just drops it across. Pearson dug out by Ellison on the spike down the line. And Pearson will serve up 21-16. So the Valkyries have to fight back here. Pearson serving. Zoe Albert. Newton going to set up Albert. Albert spikes it right in the net. And 22-16. Down by 6. Need to stop right here. Pearson to serve. Pearson's serve. Dug out by Zoe Albert. Newton. Across is Ellison. Dug out by Johnson. McClanahan. Dug out by Martins. Newton. Going to set up Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert down the line. Dug out by Lamb. Zoe. Blocked. Ellison gets it across. Dug out by Johnson. Spiking. Lamb blocked by Jort. Lamb. And Powell County can't get it across as Hansen hits it over and out of bounds by Johnson. And side out to Bigfork, 22-17. And Turner back in. Martins to serve for the Valkyries, trailing by 5. Lamb digs it out to Lamb and gets it across the libero. Martins. Newton's going to set up Jort. Jort's on the spike. Down the line, dug out by Lamb. Back to Martins from Powell County. Newton. Jort down the line. And Lamb dives for it, but hits it out of bounds. And a point for Bigfork, 22-18. Martins to serve again for the Valkyries. So definitely some exciting action going on. Volleyball here. Martins serve on the way. Gets it in. Lamb off the ceiling and down. It's 22-19. The Valkyries within 3. They've done it before. They can do it again, 1 point at a time. And Martins to serve again for Bigfork. Serve. Oh, just drops across the net. Hits the net, the tape, and drops in on Powell. Nothing you can do. That's happened to Bigfork a couple times. This time they get the drop. Martins to serve again, trailing by 2, 22-20. Martins serve. On the way. Nice serve. Lamb. Hansen going to set up McClanahan. Back. Ellison. Hits off Martins, and Newton can't handle it. Side out point for Powell County. 23-20 on UPS Stores scoreboard. And Hansen to serve for Powell County. Serve it. Almost looked like a deep dugout by Ellison. Dinked across by Zoe Albert. McClanahan left hand, and Zoe Albert gets it out. Newton back set to Jort. Jort spikes it down. Dugout by Johnson. Ellison. Newton. Spiked there by Turner. Back. Lamb gets it across. back corner. Newton tries to go. Powell County's going to dig it out. Johnson. Ellison's going to dig it out. Newton back set to Jort. Jort dinks it across. Johnson gets it. Jort back across. Dug out by Lamb. Hanson. And Lamb, the barrel. Dug out by Ellison. Newton's going to set up Zoe. Zoe down the line. Dug out by Lamb on the dive. Back corner. Martins will get it from Powell County. Newton again. Martins looks off of Lamb. Over to Hanson. Taryn Lamb. Martin digs it out. Ellison across. Zoe Albert dunks it across. Johnson. Hanson. McClanahan. Ellison. Newton to Jort. Jort's going to put it back in the back corner. Dug out by Pearson. Hanson. Dug out by Johnson. Johnson gets it across to Newton. Jort going to set up. And Inga Turner. Inga Turner knocks it down the middle. And Powell County can't handle it. Is diving on the floor. Some great action as Hanson will hit it. And Holton, along with Sari, come back in. And Holton will get the serve. 23-21. Some great action here. Holton serve off of Lamb. And Hanson can't quite get it to set it. And it drops 22-23. The Valkyries fighting back. And they are never giving up. They're playing some great volleyball and fighting all weekend as they trail by one. They continue to serve here and have an opportunity in Deer Lodge. But, folks, I'm telling you, some exciting volleyball going on here in Deer Lodge. Is the Powell County Lady Wardens lead 23-22, 2-1. So Bigfork needs to win this one to 25 to force a fifth and deciding game. So some great volleyball action. And Mackenzie Holton for Bigfork to serve, trailing by one here in game number 4. Gets it across. Dug out by Pearson. Spike. Dug out by Johnson. Zoe Albert. Across by Ellison. McClanahan spikes it. Cross court set up by Hanson. Game and match point 24-22 for Powell County. Bigfork needs to save a couple match points here. And Taryn Lamb to serve. Dug out by Martins. Mackenzie Holton going to set up. Sorry, dinks it across. Dug out by Hanson. Martin's going to save it. Mackenzie Holton gets it back across. Dug out by Pearson. Hanson sets up McClanahan. Dug out nearly by Ellison as McClanahan dinks it across. And I'm telling you, folks, you got to give these ladies a great big hand on both sides. Some great action. So 25-22, the final in the fourth set. So the Bigfork will lose it 3-1. And they played some outstanding volleyball there. Exciting action here from Deer Lodge. As the Powell County Wardens win this one 3-1, but, you know, the first one was 26-24. Could have gone either way. Second one, Bigfork wins 25-19. Third one, 32-30. Could have gone either way. Bigfork had a chance. And this one, 25-22. So Bigfork right there. Some great volleyball. I'm going to wrap things up here for the Valkyries. So they go 0-2 on the day, and they're going to move to 1-3 on the season as they lose to Anacott 3-0, but 3-1 in this one. Ariel's going to be much happier with their effort in this match against the Lady Wardens of Powell County. Thanks for joining me here today for both Anaconda, the Lady Copperheads, and the match against Powell County, the Lady Wardens, here from Deer Lodge. Once again, this is James LaFontaine. Next action will be for volleyball. It'll be coming up, and let me get to that for you, the 25th, as the Valkyries travel, and they'll play at the Eureka, the Lady Lions, and I'll have that on BFSD events on YouTube, and let me check that. That's on a Saturday. And let me get you the time for volleyball on that Saturday. It's the 25th, so I think freshmen at 1, 2:30, so about 4 o'clock on that Saturday against Eureka and the Lady Lions. So once again, James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes Vals. Glad to be with you here on Valkyrie Volleyball on BFSD events here on YouTube. Thanks for joining me this afternoon on a Saturday. I appreciate it. Wherever you are, please drive safely and have a great night. So good night to all of you.